In a world where wars may soon be fought by machines, over 30 countries are developing autonomous weapons. These systems, designed to engage targets without human intervention, challenge our understanding of warfare and raise profound questions of accountability and ethics. Rapid advancements in artificial intelligence and robotics have enabled machines to analyze data and make life-or-death decisions on the battlefield. Technologies like computer vision allow drones and vehicles to autonomously recognize targets, intensifying the debate over whether we can ethically entrust machines with such powers. The proliferation of autonomous weapons pushes society to confront uncomfortable truths about our reliance on technology. With unclear accountability, who is responsible when a machine mistakenly kills civilians? Traditional warfare stresses human judgment, but removing that element risks eroding ethical principles, replacing them with algorithmic efficiency. The moral weight of decisions made by programmed systems raises urgent discussions on the future of warfare. Countries like the United States, Russia, and China are fiercely competing to develop advanced autonomous platforms. For example, the U.S. military's Project Maven aims to leverage AI for enhanced drone capabilities, underscoring the critical questions surrounding AI's transition from observer to active combat participant. Many analysts predict that fully autonomous systems could become standard in modern warfare within the next decade. Advancements in deep learning have propelled these systems to identify targets with unprecedented speed. Yet, they often lack the nuanced understanding that humans possess, leading to a chilling reliance on algorithms. China's significant investments in AI-driven military capabilities threaten to outpace Western nations. The potential arms race is not just about weaponry, but the sophistication of the embedded algorithms. Integrating AI into military operations allows unmanned systems to execute complex missions, minimizing human casualties but raising moral challenges about detachment from warfare's responsibilities. The technical details regarding these systems are often secret, hindering scrutiny. If an autonomous weapon mistakenly targets a civilian, who bears the guilt? Current frameworks struggle to address this as they revolve around human decision-making. The gap between technology and ethics is widening. The UN has called for regulations on autonomous weapons, with discussions on a legal framework continuing, albeit without consensus. Israel's autonomous drones in counter-terrorism operations exemplify the disconnect between capability and accountability, raising concerns about compliance with international humanitarian law. The potential for civilian casualties highlights the urgent need for oversight. As nations pursue these technologies, engaging in meaningful dialogue about ethical implications becomes critical. Educating military personnel on the consequences of using autonomous weapons could help ensure human oversight in decision-making. In the early 2000s, the introduction of drone technology marked a significant turning point in military strategy, enabling long-range strikes with minimal risk to personnel. The first notable use of drones in combat by the United States occurred in 2001, with operations in Afghanistan, where military personnel developed a new method of warfare, one that could strike from a distance, leveraging technology while minimizing physical presence on the battlefield. As the years progressed, a reliance on unmanned systems grew, culminating in conflicts across the Middle East and Africa, where autonomous capabilities evolved from simple reconnaissance to armed engagements. The U.S. military deployed armed drones like the MQ-9 Reaper, which, equipped with advanced AI, can identify and engage multiple targets swiftly in a battlefield scenario. These missions often occur thousands of miles away from the operators, instilling a sense of detachment that poses ethical dilemmas regarding the use of lethal force. From screens in distant command centers, operators watch and decide, their fingers hovering just above buttons that could unleash destruction, a stark contrast to the visceral, immediate feedback of traditional combat. In contrast, Russia's recent military drills showcase their advancements in autonomous technologies. The S-70 Okhotnik, a stealth drone prototype, represents a calculated shift towards integrating artificial intelligence with stealth capabilities. This drone could fly missions autonomously, navigating complex environments while making real-time decisions, all while remaining undetected. Commanders observe these capabilities with a mixture of awe and apprehension. The specter of such systems leads to intense debates among military strategists about future warfare dynamics. Will autonomous drones make warfare more efficient or simply more chaotic? China progresses rapidly with ambitious plans for AI in military applications, committing billions to research. Their unmanned combat aerial vehicles and armed robotic systems are designed not only for efficiency, but as potential game changers in regional conflicts. In a 2021 demonstration, a Chinese drone swarm operated collectively, executing coordinated tactics autonomously. Observers noted their chilling efficiency. Swarms capable of overwhelming enemy defenses raise alarms regarding the ethical implications of their use. As these drones operate autonomously, a question looms. Does sheer computational power justify the moral burden of their military strategy? As these advancements surge, the ethical concerns grow more profound. When an autonomous weapon makes a lethal decision, accountability blurs. What happens when algorithms fail to differentiate between combatants and civilians? Consider a scenario where an autonomous drone mistakenly identifies a group of civilians gathered for a birthday celebration as a hostile target, executing an airstrike that results in catastrophic casualties. Who bears the guilt? The programmer? The military strategist who approved its deployment? Current legal frameworks struggle to address this new reality, often revolving around human decision-making, which becomes complicated in cases involving unintended consequences from machine actions. The emergence of autonomous weapons presents a dual-edged sword: efficiency and reduced human losses versus the moral complexities of entrusting lethal decisions to machines. As military operations evolve, so do the industries that support them. Companies must adapt to integrate AI innovations into their systems. Civilian sectors will also adopt innovations influenced by military advancements, creating a dual-use dilemma society must confront. For instance, technologies developed for military drones often find their way into commercial applications, such as delivery services or surveillance systems, complicating the ethical considerations surrounding their use in domestic scenarios. Meanwhile, the international community grapples with the ramifications. The UN has been in discussions regarding autonomous weapons, emphasizing the urgent need for a regulatory framework governing their use. Nations are divided. Some advocate for a ban on fully autonomous systems, citing ethical concerns and potential humanitarian disasters, while others argue for the right to develop technologies that could reduce risks to their personnel. Foreign ministers and military officials participate in intensive debates, weighing the necessity of self-defense against the potential for unintended escalation. As machines assume roles traditionally filled by humans, we must consider technological capabilities alongside moral ramifications. The limitations of AI necessitate a continuous dialogue among technologists, ethicists, military leaders, and policymakers. As seen in the development of autonomous systems, AI lacks the nuanced understanding that human decision-makers possess, raising questions about context, intent, and the unpredictable nature of combat. What happens when an AI, programmed for efficiency, encounters a situation that requires compassion, empathy, or moral judgment? Looking ahead, the pressing question is where this technology will lead us in the next 5 years. Will we prioritize stringent regulations or allow unchecked proliferation? The stakes are high. The choice lies in driving innovation with a mindful ethical approach or creating a future where machines wield power without moral consideration. Each decision made today shapes the landscape of warfare and technology tomorrow. The legacy we build will resonate for generations, defining not only the means of conflict, but also the principles we uphold in a rapidly changing world.